What's up, guys? Welcome to Mike Yourself. And for today's video, I'm super excited because we're actually going to fix something on Blue, right? So as I had mentioned, when I bought Blue, I went through it to see what things needed to be replaced, the things that I needed to modify, the things that, were kind of nice to have versus the need to haves, and then, everything in between, right? So the first thing that I identified was, actually there was two things, but the big thing was the floorboards, right? So if you remember, let's take a look at these. The inserts, these things are shot, right? Like that back one's not even attached anymore. So yeah, that thing's baked, right? Now it's nice because it matches the brake pedal, and the brake pedal matches the throttle, and then there's some highway pegs. But I'm gonna swap this stuff all out. These things are gotta go. We're getting close to approaching spring, and then come summer in California, my hand's going to be not loving these handles at all. So that's got to be changed. But for now, those aren't broken. That's not broken. That is. So let's get those swapped out, and let me show you what we're going to swap them out with. So if you haven't figured it out, I'm kind of a Willy G fan. On my Road Glide, I've got a lot of the Willy G covers and stuff like that for the primary and the gas cap. Well, I'm going to continue to feed my addiction, and we're going to swap out those floorboard inserts with some Willy G floorboard inserts. Now, it's the traditional floorboard, so if you're looking to make or buy yours, make sure you get the right ones, because they're this style, and then there's the swept wing, right? So just got to make sure which one you're getting. And yeah, so let's go ahead and pull these out and take a look at them. How pretty. So these things are looking amazing. Again, it's just the insert. So the process for installing this is pretty straightforward. You basically end up just pushing and pulling these through some holes that are in the floorboard mount, right? And we're gonna pull these off because, like I say, whenever you get a chance to clean up an area that you don't normally get access to, you take it. So we'll pull those off so we can, one, just do this on the bench top, but then two, be able to clean that floorboard mount up a little bit. But essentially there are holes in that floorboard mount. You throw a little bit of soapy water to push these through. They've got these little like nubs here that allow you to grab onto them with like some pliers to help kind of pull it through that hole. So let's get these off, and then we'll take a look at them. Just so you know, this is really simple. Like, we've got two screws. You got one here and over there. So they're, I believe, hex head, and just probably a 10 millimeter or whatever holding it on. So you just undo those, and the floorboard comes right off as a full unit. So let's pull that off. All right, so let's take a look at this. So I've pulled off this first one, and just to give you an idea what it looks like, I mean, like that one's busted off, right? Again, these nubs are on there. This one's torn, but this is the insert. Very simple. This is the base pan, and like I said, it has holes in it. Now I've already gone through and cleaned this up. It looks immaculate. That's awesome. You can try to do what you want on the back side. I've hit it a little bit with a brass brush, just to kind of eliminate a little bit of that rust off of there, but you're not going to be able to do much because there's a lot of like just crevices and stuff like that, but do what you can. So the removal process of this is very, very simple. So because these things are already kind of broken and torn or whatever, I'm not too concerned about it. So I just use a flathead screwdriver. Here, let's get you face down a little bit further. But I just take a flathead screwdriver, and I just push that rubber down back into the hole. And that's all you got to do, is just work your way around it. And there you go. It's off, right? Pretty easy. And you can see kind of the difference here between the two pans, right? Now, most people aren't going to see this part. That's fine, but the edges do get seen, so you want to make sure you get those too. So I'm going to clean this one up, and then we'll put the new inserts in. So we're ready to install the new insert. So I've got this one all cleaned up now. And like I said, it's a very simple process. All you're doing is pushing these little nub things through the hole. So I take some soapy water. I don't think it matters what kind of soap you use. But just get it lined up, flip it over, put a little bit of pressure, and then you literally can use your hand to pick this stuff up until you get the little nut to come through, and just go one by one until it gets into that little, there's like a little cutout or indent in the rubber where it, like a grommet, right? And once you've got them all through, that's it. There you go. Let's get them on the bike. And here they are, looking good. You know, I was wondering if those shift pegs were going to match or not go well with that floorboard, and they kind of, with the black stripes, it kind of goes with it a little bit. I'd prefer something different, but I was originally going to put some stock pegs on there, but I think those look better. So I'm going to stick with those. I don't think that the brake pedal really matches well with it, especially because that knurled part right in the middle there, but it's temporary. Until I can go ahead and get through and get the other stuff, you know, it'll be on there, but eventually coming off and going with something that'll either match with this, maybe a stocker black, something simple. I don't want to overdo the Willy G as well. Like, I don't want to do too much, right? But I gotta say, man, these things, they look good. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, pretty simple. It's really just removing the floorboard, pulling out that insert, putting in the new insert, and then rebolting it up. It's 2 bolts. Like I said, the more important thing, well, not more important, but pretty important thing is to take your time, clean the areas that you can't normally clean, just to make sure you do it right. So you can do nothing but benefit from it, and it's good maintenance for your bike. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, hit that thumbs up. If you enjoy my content, become a subscriber. Love to have you as part of our community. And if you don't want to miss out on that next video, hit that notification bell. And until that next video does come out, I hope to see you in the win.